हम चर्चा करने के लिए हमारे बीच स्वामी जी हैं। हम सर्वप्रथम वक्ता के रूप में स्वामी जी को आमंत्रित करते हैं कि अपनी बात हम लोगों के बीच रखें। आदरणीय स्वामी जी।
नमस्ते। मैं सुनाई पड़ रहा है, मेरी आवाज
जी
सुनाई
बिल्कुल,
सुनाई
आपकी आवाज आ रही है स्वामी जी। जी
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। तो मैं हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों भाषाओं का मिश्रण करके ही बोलूंगा, अपनी बात आपके समक्ष रखूंगा। आपने जो विषय रखा कि कैसे जीवन मूल्यों को हम अपने जीवन में उतार सकते हैं, ये बड़ा ही महत्वपूर्ण विषय है। चाहे कोई व्यक्ति तकनीकी क्षेत्र में हो या फिर वो अध्यात्म के क्षेत्र में हो या वो एक साधारण जीवन जी रहा हो, मूल्यों का तो बहुत ही बड़ा महत्व है। मैं इस संदर्भ में आपके समक्ष एक छोटी सी स्टोरी बोलता हूँ पहले। सो दिस स्टोरी इज फ्रॉम द गॉस्पेल ऑफ श्री रामकृष्ण। तो उस स्टोरी में बहुत सी चीजें अपने आप स्पष्ट हो जाएंगी। तो स्टोरी ये है कि एक विद्वान पंडित थे। वो उनको कहीं जाना था, वो नौका से जा रहे थे। जब वो नौका में बैठे थे, so as he was quite proud of his learning, he was proud that he knew many things, he had read and studied many things. So he decided to show it to the boatman जो मल्लाह चला रहा था। उन्होंने उनसे पूछा, अच्छा भाई, तुम सारा जीवन अपना सिर्फ अपनी नौका ही चलाते रहोगे, कुछ पढ़ाई वढ़ाई भी की है? तो उसने कहा, महाशय मैं कहाँ, मैं तो एक पनपढ़ एक मल्लाह हूँ, चलाता हूँ नौका, मुझे तो कुछ मालूम नहीं है, मैंने नहीं कुछ पढ़ा। और कुछ नहीं पढ़ा? तुमने वेद शास्त्र, अब तुमने ये सारा ऐसे ही चला गया, तुमने कुछ नहीं पढ़ा? बोले, साहब मेरे को तो कुछ नहीं मालूम, मैं तो बस ऐसे ही हूँ। तो उसने कहा, पंडित जी ने कहा, तब तो तुम्हारे जीवन का 1/4 हिस्सा तो ऐसे ही चला गया, बेकार हो गया। वो चुप रहा। थोड़ी देर बाद फिर पंडित जी को लगा कि वो अपने ज्ञान को थोड़ा और दिखाएं, ही वांटेड टू शो ऑफ दैट ही नोज क्वाइट अ फ्यू थिंग। तो फिर उन्होंने कहा, अच्छा तुमने कुछ संस्कृत ग्रामर इत्यादि पढ़ी है? कुछ संस्कृत का कुछ परिचय है क्या? बोले, जय नहीं, मैं तो बस यही चलाता हूँ, हमें इतना सौभाग्य कहाँ कि ये पढ़ सकूं। तो फिर उन्होंने कहा, ठीक है, तुम्हारा तो लगभग आधा जीवन ऐसे ही व्यतीत हो गया। तो ऐसे ही और भी उसने कुछ पूछा, तो चल रहा था। अब ये नाव मल्लाह चला के लेके जा रहा था। रास्ते में फिर जब बीचों बीच पहुंची, तो बहुत सी ना घटाएं उमड़ आई और बहुत काले बादल आ गए और हवा चलने लगी, और उसके कारण सारी जो नौका थी वो टाल मटोल होने लगी। तब इस मछुआरे ने उस पंडित जी से पूछा, पंडित जी, अभी तो बादल आ गए, अभी तो लगता है हम अपनी नौका को नहीं चला पाएंगे। अच्छा, आपको तैरना आता है? बोले, नहीं, हमें तो तैरना नहीं आता। तब मछुआरा बोला, तब तो आपका पूरा का पूरा जीवन ही व्यर्थ हो गया। और यह कह के मछुआरा तो तैर के चला गया और पंडित जी पानी में डूब गए। So I think this story tells in a very succinct way how important it is to have life skills. How do I live my life? The soft skills for living life. So ये आज की जो ये इम्पोर्टेंट सेशन है, ये पैनल डिस्कशन का, मुझे आशा है आप सब इस बात को ध्यान में रखेंगे। इसमें आपके सभी के you must all have a well considered opinions about this. So let's go for one further as to how important these things are. मैं और एक आपको एक छोटी सी घटना सुनाता हूँ. This was told to me by one of our monks. So I am from the Ramakrishna Mission. So we have one monk. We have a center in Boston. तो बॉस्टन में जो सेंटर है वो क्वाइट क्लोज टू हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी। तो वहां पे एक स्वामी जी ने ये घटना हमें ये बताई थी। सो ही टोल्ड द स्टोरी दैट इन 1945 when the first atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki, Hiroshima, the news came to the Harvard University, and interestingly, Enrico Fermi and a few others who were responsible for making up that bomb the person who headed the university, which means वहाँ पे तो chairman कहते हैं ना, he said, see, even he came to know that they actually had studied in his university, and which finally, the Britain brought that bomb, and it killed so many lakhs of people. He was so deeply disturbed that he could not sleep for a week. He was thinking and so much deeply worried, a kind of a moral conscience, a pricking that in my university such destructive things should have happened. And as a result, he later said that we will start some common platform where not only, in our university, we not only have study of science, but also we should study wisdom that is there in various world religions. And the result was they started a platform there, and even now that platform is running. And one of our monks, Swami Tyaganandaji, is the chaplain, as they use the word chaplain, for the Hindu students there in the Harvard University. So this shows that how best, however, we may have our knowledge, we must know we have certain values, certain goals which need to be cultivated. As the first story says, we may have felt that life has gone in earning a lot of things, but how do you use your wisdom when difficulties come? And so it's just like this. You have you know how to drive a car. Okay, you have learned how best you can drive a car. But then when it comes to driving, it's not just how best you can drive a car, but also which direction you take the car to. That also matters. And how best you can go with the people around you. जो बाकी कारें चल रही हैं ना, how do you go with them? So if you apply this in life, so we all, become very successful in our lives. We all want to go forward, elbow others, and make ourselves as first, which is what the social, the competitive world finally teaches us. But we must learn to understand the larger picture of life. There's a question of misery, of pain, which has to be properly answered. There's a question of how best I can live with others. The question of what sort of human being I am. So I am reminded of these 4 pillars of education mentioned by UNESCO. So it was 1998. They came up with a document. The UNESCO came up with a document published from Paris, which said that education is not just learning to do things. It's not just learning those skills which will make you very competent to earn a living, which is important. Living is important, but education is not everything. It also should teach you learning how to how best you can be, what type of person you become. Not only learning to do, but also learning to be. आप किस तरह के व्यक्ति बनते हैं? क्या आपके मन में, आपके हृदय में निस्वार्थता है? क्या आपके हृदय में दूसरों के प्रति प्रेम है? And above all, do you know how to solve problems of life, challenges of life? So they added 2 more pillars later on. These 2 first pillar is learning to do, another is learning to be, another is learning to live with others, which is a very important life skill we have to learn. And for that, we have to go to our scriptures. In this respect, I would say we must refer to the great wisdom of the Upanishads. And the great Upanishadic dictum which Swami Vivekananda presented when he went to the Chicago Parliament of Religions, in 1893, and that message which he gave is so remarkable. He spoke of the divinity of man. I'll speak about that a little. And anyway, this is the 3rd pillar, the pillar of how to live with others. And the 4th pillar is learning to learn, which means I keep learning, the growth mindset. So I must not have just a mindset for acquisition of knowledge, but I must not say that, yes, I have done enough, I have nothing else to learn. I must be humble, I must have that receptivity to new things also. So learning to, I'll start from the back, learning to learn, then learning to live with others, and learning to be and learning to do. These four learnings, what UNESCO spoke of, is very relevant even today. And I think days to come, it will become still more relevant. Now, we are in a very important panel discussion where we are discussing how we can introduce these ideas for the students. And actually, students is the right moment when they should learn. It's not that when you feel hungry or you feel very, thirsty, that you go and look for how you start digging the well. You should be having much before that availability of water with you. The same way, we have a need to cultivate higher values for students. It's not a superficial need. It's not something which I am suggesting or some religious person might suggest. It's a basic necessity of life, irrespective of somebody suggests or not. It's a basic necessity of life. So we must learn how to steer clear of many of the wrong alleys of life into which we go. So the first thing that we must learn in this important discussion about how to impart values to human beings, the first thing is, what is a human being? मनुष्य क्या है? So science has got its view and they are entitled very respectfully towards that. But religious world has got its own view. Especially I would refer to the Vedantic view, the Upanishadic view, where Upanishads refer to, as you know, Upanishads are the Vedasya Antaha, the very essence of the Vedas. And they speak that man is essentially divine. Man is essentially not this body alone, not even just mind. There is divinity present in him. So when Swami Vivekananda spoke about it in the Parliament of Religions in 1893, he quoted from the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. And with great sense of confidence and clarity, Swamiji presented that. I don't know how, but it came like a bombshell on many people who thought that they were wrong, they were sinners, they were bad, and came like a bombshell saying, no, have a proper self-image. And Swamiji quoted from the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, he said, Shunvantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha Aye Dhamani Vishwani Tastuhu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varna Tamasah Parastat Tameva Viditva Timrityumeti Nanya Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya. How beautifully he says, I call you as children of immortal bliss, Amritasya Putraha. And I have known that ancient being by knowing which all disease, all ignorance, all shoka goes away. And this is the only way to really come to the conclusion about life, having self-knowledge. So the first step we must teach our children, the young engineers or young professionals in any life, is to have a healthy self-image, cultivate self-esteem. So you have a value irrespective of whether you succeed or you do not succeed so much. You have a value. So that we will be able to hold on to something deep. Second thing is, we must learn to teach them how to remain fixed on a great idea, what we call as the goal of meditation. Why should we wait that meditation should be taught to us by somebody in US years ago? The Time magazine carried out a special issue on meditation. It's supposed to be the whole of America is meditating, it said. So that was the Time magazine's heading. It's almost 15, 20 years back. So think of it. Can we not teach this to our children? Suppose you don't teach. Suppose none of the academics teach. Do you mean to say that children don't learn? They all go to the YouTubes these days and they go to different ways and they try to learn in their own way. We must tell them how we should learn to meditate in an authentic way. It improves their concentration. It improves their their power of attention and how to face difficult situations. And our scriptures tell us we have infinite strength in us. We must teach our children to have positive ideas. Now, how do you put that in our day-to-day life? How do you make into a syllabus kind of a thing and put it? That's the challenge with us. And that's a challenge which we all, I think you have put your heads together and hearts together to this remarkable work. There are people who are trying to do this. For instance, we have Mr. Srinivasan, V. Srinivasan. He is an IIT alumni. He lives in Bombay and he runs a company called iIllumine, Ideas Illumine. And he speaks of how these ideas of Swami Vivekananda can be, brought down into small little things. He calls it as contributors psychology. So I'm not going in details of that. So I'm very glad that I could spend some time with you presenting this. मेरी बड़ी ये अभिलाषा है कि आप सब इस पैनल डिस्कशन के अंत में you will come up with some wonderful recommendations which finally are accepted by the decision makers, because there is a need of the hour. Instead of leaving the young children just making them learn to live and learn to earn, we must also give them what Swami Vivekananda called as a man making education. Thank you very much. Namaste.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आदरणीय स्वामी जी। किस प्रकार से तकनीकी संस्थाओं में तकनीक के साथ जीवन मूल्यों को किस प्रकार से इनकैलकुलेट किया जाए और उसको पाठ्यक्रम में किस प्रकार से समावेश किया जाए, इन बातों पर विस्तृत रूप से अपनी बात रखने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अगले वक्ता